Start off by using MAC Soft Ochre paint pot to prime the eyelids, and I'm going to use this on a flat brush, flat synthetic brush, and apply this all over the eyelid. After that, I'm going to use a big fluffy dome brush and use this to buff this out. I'm then going to apply some medical tape underneath the eyes to create a straight line, and I'll be right back. I'm then going to use a Luxe Soft Definer from Zoeva. I'm going to apply White Lies, which is this shade right here, all over the lid up to the brow bone, just to set the soft ochre. This shade here, which is Frappe from Makeup Geek, and I'm going to use a Morphe MB23 brush and run this through the crease. After using that shade with the same fluffy brush, I'm going to take this shade here, which is from the Zoeva Cocoa Blend palette, and I'm going to buff this through the crease as well, just to deepen it up and make it a bit more of a darker brown shade. Next, I'm going to use a Morphe G17 brush, which is a really thin, tapered, fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to apply this shade here, which is Morocco from Makeup Geek, and just apply it through the crease again, but lower. And then I'm going to go back in with my Morphe MB23 and just blend this all out. I'm then going to go in with this shade here, which is Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek. I'm going to use a flat shader brush from Mia Minerals. Just pat this on the centre of the lid. I'm first starting off with a lighter, darker brown, so I can work my way up so I don't make any mistakes. And it's easier to correct if I use a lighter brown rather than going straight in with the darker brown or a black. I'm then taking another Luxe Soft crease brush from Zoeva and using this just to blend out the edges of that eyeshadow, and doing the same on the other eye. I'm then going to use this really dark brown shade from Makeup Geek, which is called Americano, and then I'm going to dab this on top in our brown. As you can see, I'm doing dabbing motions on the eye rather than dragging, because it's placing the product rather than dragging it, so you'll get the best colour payoff. Again, going back in with the MB23 brush without additional product and just running this through the crease. I'm then going in with a small taper blending E45 brush from Sigma and dipping into Americano and Cocoa Bear a little bit and just running this through the crease, just so that it gives a nice gradient effect. Taking the flat brush again, dipping it back into Americano, tapping off the excess and tapping this back on. And I'm going to do the same with the other eye. Off camera, I just applied the Kevin Aucoin Essential Mascara. Then to prep the face, I toned and moisturised off camera, and then I also applied the Nivea for Men Post Shave Balm, and then I also applied Professional by Benefit just on the T-zone where I get the most oily and the largest pores are. I'm then going to use the Makeup Forever HD foundation in the shade Y245, and I'm going to mix this with the Makeup Forever HD concealer in the shade or 20. I'm just going to mix this on the back of my hand. I'm then going to take the Real Techniques buffing brush to blend this out. I'm then going to blend this out using the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. The sponge down, I'm going to blend all this foundation out. I'm going to blend this out. I feel like it's a bit too white underneath the eyes, so I'm going to apply a little bit of the Maybelline Age Rewind. I'm going to set quickly under the eyes. And the colour I used to set under my eyes was the NYX HD powder in the shade Banana. And then also set in the other places that I applied the concealer. I'm then going to fill in the eyebrows using my trusty Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Caramel. I'm going to go in with the HD concealer again and apply a little bit on the back of my hand, and then use a little brush and clean up the brow. And then use a small fluffy brush from Jessup to blend it out. And then I'm going to apply the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel over top. Now I'm going to use the NYX contour kit and use this shade here to contour. And for contouring I'm going to use this Morphe brush, which I got in a Morphe brush set. I'm then going over that with the Morphe G4 brush, just to blend things out. I'm going to make sure this is all blended using a stippling brush from Morphe, and this is the Morphe G22. For blush, I'm going to use this Jerome Alexandra blush. And we're going to use this on a flat top Morphe brush. Then using the same NYX powder, I'm going to bake underneath the contour. I'm then going to move onto the under eyes. I'm just going to smudge Morocco and Frappe from Makeup Geek underneath the lash line and a flat Jessup 223 brush. I'm then going to blend it out further with the Jessup Luxe Crease brush. I'm going to apply the Bobbi Brown Intensifying Long Wear Mascara on my bottom lashes. I'm then tightlining using this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Dark Brown. Then for my inner corner and brow highlight, I'm going to go into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit and use this shade here, which is Sunburst. I'm just going to use this on a detailed pencil brush from Jessup. I'm going to dust off the powder that I've been using to bake my contour. For highlight, I'm going to use Mary Luminizer by The Balm. Apply this using my Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 brush. For lipstick, I'm going to use MAC Strip Down Lip Liner in Honey Love. And here's the finished look.